Alright, it's time now for episode 4 of Video Game Reviews. And in the last episode, we went over Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Well, now for this episode, we're going to go over another Super NES game. And that Super NES game is Super Mario Kart. This one's definitely another classic game on the Super NES. In fact, this game is the first in the very popular Mario Kart racing series. And this one you have 8 characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Donkey Kong Jr., Bowser, Toad, and Koopa Troopa. And of course, Koopa Troopa was replaced by Wario in Mario Kart 64. This is definitely a great racing game. And you can also play this with 2 people. So it's a 2-player game. You can race all the different tracks. And you can do 50cc, 100cc, or 150cc. 150cc coming after you unlock it. Yeah, in this version, you have to unlock the 150cc before you can play it. All the other Mario Kart games after this, it's already available. And just like with Super Mario World, I have 3 different forms of this one. There's the cartridge form that you see right in front of you. I also have it on my Super Nintendo emulator on my computer. And I also have this on Virtual Console on the Wii. Now, on this version of Mario Kart, each Grand Prix lasts for 5 races instead of 4. And also on this version, you race each track for 5 laps. And this is the only Mario Kart game that features 5 races in one Grand Prix and 5 races per Grand Prix. All the other Mario Kart games after this, 4 had 4 races at Grand Prix and 3 laps on each of those races. But it's not just Grand Prix you can do on this. You can also do time trial, where you try and beat your previous times, your previous fastest times. I'm trying to get new fast time. And I think you can also do battle on this. I'm not 100% sure. I know you have battle mode on Mario Kart 64, and as well as the other Mario Kart games. And this series has spawned a lot of games, starting from Super Mario Kart and going all the way up to the most recent, which is Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. And I have that game on the Wii U, Mario Kart 8. I also have Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. I did have the Nintendo Wii version of Mario Kart, but I got rid of it. Well, not exactly got rid of it per se. I gave it to someone else. But yeah, this is definitely a great game. Have a Super Nintendo? Then I would hope that you would have this game in your collection. If you don't have a Super Nintendo, but you're looking to get one and collect for it, I would highly recommend getting this game for the collection. Because trust me, this and Super Mario World are two absolute musts for the Super Nintendo. And as you'll see, I think this is also the only Mario Kart game that has all the playable all the playable characters on the cover. At least on the label for it. So this is definitely a great game. I enjoy playing this one from time to time, although my favorite version of Mario Kart would be the N64 version. And of course, there's a whole variety of different items you can use in this game too. There's the red shell. There's the green shell. The shells, of course, hit the other players. The mushrooms give you speed burst. There's also coins in some of the item boxes. You get that and you get coins. And I think this is the only Mario Kart game where you actually have a life counter. And if you're not able to finish the Grand Prix before running out of lives, it's game over. So that's kind of what makes this version a little bit hard. All the other Mario Kart games don't do that. And plus, to be perfectly honest, I don't really think Mario Kart is one of those games where you necessarily need a life counter for. But as far as I'm concerned, this is the only console version of Mario Kart anyway that did that. They also had the life counter on the Game Boy Advance version, Mario Kart Super Circuit, which I also used to have, but I don't have that anymore. And I don't have that anymore because when I got rid of my Game Boy Advance, I got rid of all my games that I had with it, too. But yeah, this is definitely one game where you can't go wrong. And some of the there are some tracks on this that are difficult, like the one with all the ice and the cracks in the ice. That one's pretty difficult. Oh, and of course, Rainbow Road. Ugh. That course on any Mario Kart game, not just this one, absolute nightmare. But at least on the N64 one, they put guardrails all over the track. Rainbow Road on this doesn't have the guardrails, so you definitely want to be careful. And out of all the every Mario Kart game that's been released to date has had a Rainbow Road track, and it's probably my least favorite track. Well, because it's hard, but it is. But beating that track is well worth it. I mean, some of these tracks are hard, but they are beatable. And yeah, So, what else? Yeah, this is definitely one game that you absolutely must have for the Super Nintendo. If you have a Super Nintendo already, and you have this game, great. If you have a Super Nintendo and you don't have this game, get it. So you will not regret it. Now, I know this game may be old now, but it's still a lot of fun. Any Mario Kart game is always fun to play. So, now here's what I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do to end this episode. I'm gonna end this episode off with a question for all of you who enjoy Mario Kart so much. And your question is as follows. Out of all the Mario Kart games that have been released in this series, what is your most favorite track, and what's your least favorite track? So there's your question. And leave your answer in the comments section of the video. And of course, the reason why I included a question in this episode is because, it's Mario Kart. And I'm pretty sure everyone has a favorite and least favorite course from Mario Kart. Duh. But yeah, this series is very popular, that's for sure. In fact, I have this slight hunch that when the next Nintendo console comes out, I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet, but I think they're giving it the code name Nintendo NX. But once that console comes out, I have a feeling there's probably going to be a Mario Kart game for that console too. And which wouldn't surprise me, because Mario Kart is a very popular series. But if they don't come out with a Mario Kart game for the Nintendo NX, I'll be shocked. But chances are they will. I mean, after all, they've had Mario Kart on every Nintendo system since 1992, which is when Super Mario Kart came out. So, I don't see why they wouldn't include a Mario Kart game on Nintendo's newest system. Alright, that will do it for this episode of Video Game Reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.